lesson 14, we're going to learn how to use the color sensor as a hue sensor. So if we detect 90 to 140, the motor 1 is going to spin. If we detect between 200 and 250, motor 2 is going to spin. Coincidentally, we're looking at green and blue. Let's take a look. All right, so we're taking a look at motor 1 and motor 2. And here is our color sensor that we're going to use as a hue sensor. Also, if you look at the screen, you can see the color is indicated on the screen. So let's take a look at green. Put green over it. Notice motor 1 is spinning, and our color readout on the screen says 102, which falls within our range, so it should be going. So green off. And now we'll put blue on. And you see motor 2 spinning. And also our color readout on our screen is in 236, which falls within our range. Let's go ahead and take a look at the code. So start a new project, a new text project, and choose Python. We need to set up our devices. So we'll go over here to devices, and we'll say motor 1. So we're gonna get one motor. While we're here, let's go ahead and get motor 2 going. So motor 1 and motor 2. And then we need to get the sensor in. So we'll click add a device. This is the optical sensor, and it is in port 12 for me. So optical 12. So our devices are set up, so we can slide that over to the right. As with any code, we want to try to control for consistency. So the first thing I like to do is turn the light on and set the power to 100%. That is going to be in the sensing section. And what we're doing here is the optical sensor, right? So we're going to say set it on, and we'll put that under the begin project code. So we just turned it on. While we're here, let's set the light power to 100. And that'll just give us some consistency as we move whatever part we're going to scan for hue over that. Now I want this to continually happen, so I'm going to make it a loop, a while true loop. So that's in control. And here's the while loop. So we'll drag it over to line 46. I'll change the condition to be true. Now I'm going to have it so where it prints things out on the brain. So when I'm doing the brain, it's going to be in the looks section. And on there, I'll set the pen color first. So brain, screen, set pen color, and I'll just take out the word pass here. Instead of red, this time I would like to use yellow. And you could use whatever color you wish. And then we want to set it to where it will print the hue. So we're going to say brain screen print, just like this. And then we want it to print the optical hue, so whatever sensor is reading. So that's going to be in the sensor. So we'll go to sensor, and we're going to find where it says hue. So optical hue right here, and we'll replace VEX code. We're going to replace all of that, even the quotes. Get rid of all of that. So now it's going to print out whatever it sees. We want that to clear though each time. So that's going to be back in looks. We're going to say brain screen clear screen. Below that. That's going to clear the screen each time. And then we want to reset the cursor each time. So that'll be brain screen set cursor to 1 1. So now we're going to get into our if and else statements. Okay, so we want to say if optical 12 picks something greater than 90 and less than 140. So let's take a look. This is going to be an if else statement. So that'll be in control. We'll say if else. Drag it over to line 51. So if condition. So the condition this time is going to be that's the sensor, so the optical 12. So we'll go to the sensor section, and we're going to say optical hue. Drag it over for condition. So if optical hue, and we want to say, we're going to have to type this in, greater than 90. And we also want to do that again. Rather than drag it over, I'm just going to type it in. So optical _12. Probably would help to get rid of this word condition here. And then some of this stuff will start popping up like it just did. Optical 12 and then hue. And this time we want to say less than 140. So there's our range. Okay. And get rid of that last colon I accidentally typed in. So we've got a statement here that says if we're between 90 and 140, now we need to tell it what to do. So this is where we get into the motion tabs, and we're going to say, all right, let's spin a motor forward. So I'm going to say motor 1, spin forward. That looks good. I'll get rid of this pass and bring the else up. If it's not there, we want motor 1 to stop. So we're going to drag motor 1 stop over here. And we'll get rid of some of this other stuff. Let's just get rid of the extra. So what we've said so far is that if we're between 90 and 140, we want to spin motor 1 forward. Now what we can do here, we've already got this thing programmed. So I'm going to select it. I'm going to copy it. So I'm pressing Control C on my keyboard. I'm going to go down 1 row and press Control V. Now remember, Python indentation matters. So this if statement needs to be lined up. Oopsies. Now this time, all we really need to do is change our range and our motor. So we're going to say this time, our range is going to be between 200 and 250. So I've changed that. Now we don't want motor 1 to spin this time, we want motor 2. So we'll say motor 2 and motor 2. From here, we can download the code and test it